lot of faith into the Just Dance team, but one thing that I find always ends up being wrong, at least in my opinion, is the difficulties that they give the songs. There have been so many times where I see a song that will leave me totally breathless and like gasping for air, and then it's like, easy. So today I'm gonna go through every song in Just Dance 2022 and change the difficulties. Also, if you enjoy the video, I hope you will subscribe. And no, I'm not hacking into the game to change them. I'm just changing them in my brain. First of all, I'm giving everything in the kids section the extreme difficulty. Have you played those? They're hard. Okay, let's get started. Run the World Girls. Yes, that is an extreme. That is correct. Good job, Just Dance. This is also an extreme. We're doing well. Did they put all the extremes at the very top? What's happening? Pop Stars is definitely an extreme. Yes, correct. Buttons alternate, I would say medium fits. I would say medium is accurate because there's not a ton of like difficult moves in it. It's just, also, did I break it? Why is it buffering? There's not a ton of difficult moves. It's just a lot of like hip movements. So I would say medium is accurate. Girl Like Me is hard. Like, I think realistically, the only hard part is this part that they're showing. The footwork is so difficult to get down, but I agree that it is a difficult dance. It's hard. So yes, good job. Judas, I don't know if I would say, maybe medium. I think medium fits, but I think there's a particular part of the dance that makes it more difficult, which is like getting into the character. I feel like the Lady Gaga dances are always so particular in terms of expression. And I think getting that Gaga expression down is so hard. But I will say, if we're just speaking choreography, I think medium is correct. Hold on, wait. They put Level Up as medium? No! Level Up is so exhausting. I would argue this is the most exhausting normal choreography in the entire game. Are you kidding? You're like throwing yourself on the floor and like punching the air constantly, and they said that's medium? No, that is hard. I'm sorry, but Level Up needs a hard difficulty rating because this is a lot. It's a lot. Boombaya, I would almost say is hard because the jumping at the end is really exhausting. However, the rest of the dance is pretty easy. No, I think I'm gonna leave it with medium. I think for the simple fact that even though some of the moves are a little more difficult, like when she goes closer to the ground and like kind of opens her legs a little bit, or like the jumping and stuff, it's still very repetitive and easy to learn. So I would say medium is good. I would not give the Just Dance version of Nails, Hair, Hips, Heels medium. I would give it hard. I think it is still difficult. It's very long, or at least it feels long to me. And it's like a slightly watered down version of the extreme, but it's still difficult. There's still so much to be remembering. I personally think it's hard. Suakata alt, I kind of want to give it medium. I know it's technically like a seated dance, but they go between seated and standing a lot. And like, I think some of the moves can be very tight and quick in this one. But I guess it depends on if we're rating it based on like how exhausting the choreography is or how hard it is to learn or how repetitive it is. Like, there's so many different aspects that could make it more difficult. I think I would give it medium even though it's a seated dance because there are some moves that are very quick and fast and technical. So I personally would give it medium. Chandelier contemporary version, I would say is like the opposite of Suakata. They gave it medium, but I would give it easy. I have done this one off stream. I find it to be very repetitive, very simple, very, how do I explain this? So Just Dance has this thing that I like to call the Just Dance move, where it's a lot of like this and this and this and this. And it's just like you do this with your hand and then you move it around in circles. And I think Chandelier Contemporary is like a lot of that, which makes it very easy to do. I don't know. That's just my opinion. TGIF I think is medium. I think medium just for the simple fact that you are doing different moves from different coaches. So it's not necessarily as repetitive as other songs. So I think medium is fair. They gave Levitating easy. My arms feel like they're about to fall off after I do Levitating. This is not an easy song. I would almost say, even though it's very repetitive and easy to learn, I would almost say Levitating would be maybe closer to like hard just because of how army it is. Not army, but like army. Not to mention you're jumping a lot. There's a lot of jumps. It's just so exhausting on the arms. There are times where like I've finished doing this song on stream and I have to like massage my arms afterwards because your arms are just like this all the time. You're just T-posing for dominance constantly. Chandelier, I think medium is fitting. I think it's pretty fitting given how tough contemporary dances like this are. I think contemporary is one of those dance genres that people look at and they're like, oh, that looks really easy. But you don't realize how much strength it requires when you're like squatting a lot or reaching really far or like doing turns like she's doing. I think it can be very deceptively difficult. So I think medium is a good fit. Boombaya Extreme is extreme. Good job, Just Dance. We got it right. I kind of want to give Rock Your Body a hard difficulty. I'm not gonna lie. It's one of those things where the dance is repetitive, but the moves you're actually doing are pretty hard. I'm gonna say hard. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I think Rock Your Body is kind of hard. Happier Than Ever is hard. Like, I understand that it's repetitive, but you are flailing your body around everywhere. I have woken up on certain days after doing this song and my neck is so stiff I can barely turn it because you're just thrashing everywhere. This one is so hard. This one's exhausting. I would say hard. A part of me wants to say extreme. I know it's not technically an extreme, but it's hard. Good For You, I would also give a hard difficulty. It's for the same reason as Happier Than Ever. There's a lot of hair flipping and like body thrashing and hash-slinging and brash bringing, hash-slinging slasher. This is another one that is like also more difficult than it looks, I think. Cause there's just like so much jumping, so much hair flipping. Like it's like this part where she's shaking her head around. Like, yeah, no, this one is exhausting. This one should be a hard difficulty. Boss Switch, I would give an easy difficulty, to be honest. It doesn't have any particular moves that require you to like overexert yourself, like Happier Than Ever and like Good For You. And it's also repetitive, so I don't know. I feel like Boss Switch is easy, in my opinion. I kind of wanna give China a hard difficulty just because the song is like 5.5 minutes long. It's so long. I think this chorus move is so difficult. And then to add it in with like the jumping and stuff, and then just the length of the song, how long it is, I feel like I would give it a hard difficulty. It's a very long song. And I think because the song is like really like chill and groovy and stuff, you don't think much about the moves you're doing, but it's difficult. I say hard. I say it's hard. Build-A-Babe is definitely easy. I agree. I think it's easy. I think this is a good rating. Run the World Girls is hard. This is a hard one. I agree. It's a map that I don't do very often because it is so intimidating for how difficult it is, but I love dancing to this map. I think it's so great. I'm so glad it was finally released too, because I feel like it was supposed to be released like last year and then it wasn't, and now it's here and it just makes me so happy. It's just great. I don't know about you guys, but Chacaron should be classified as an extreme song, just my personal opinion. I love Chacaron. I think the only thing I don't love about Chacaron is that it's like seemingly impossible to get a full score on it. I have not been able to get a 13.333 on this at all, which is devastating because I love this song. Buttons? Part of me kind of wants to say it's hard just because you have to integrate a chair with it and there's so much you have to do on the chair. The moves are so fast when you're on the chair, and trying to make sure the chair doesn't like wobble and fall over in itself is so difficult. I'm gonna leave buttons as medium. But I'm like this close to saying that it's hard. I'm very close. Save Your Tears remix, I think it should be easy, in my opinion. I think the only thing that would make it medium is the fact that you're learning 2 different moves in each verse, so it's not as repetitive, but the moves you're learning are not difficult. Like this is not hard, and then this is not hard. I would say Save Your Tears is easy. I don't like this map. You know those guys that are like, bah, women never want to date nice guys. They only go for assholes. I'm a nice guy. But then like when they get rejected, end up being like, well, you're ugly anyway. I didn't even want to date you anyway. This dance This dance is giving me nice guy vibes. Anyways, that's not why we're here. I would say Believer is medium. I think the jumping and landing on the ground and then immediately having to go like this is so tiring, but the rest of it is not necessarily hard. So it's just kind of that move. I would say it's medium. Mr. Blue Sky. I know this isn't like the most popular song on the game, but I love this song. I used to listen to this song a lot as a kid and it always made me really happy. So seeing it in Just Dance just makes me even more happy. I would honestly say Mr. Blue Sky is more medium. I would say it's medium. This part is really hard. This is exactly what I was thinking of. I would say this is more medium. Mood, I agree, is easy. I think this one's pretty easy. It's not too difficult. I feel like you're more acting than dancing, if anything, because every time they get close to the camera, they're like, hey. Flash pose, I think is medium. Because even though it's really short, there are some moves, like this move is so much harder than it looks. I feel like when you look at that, you're like, oh, you're just moving your arms up and down. No, you have to make sure your arm is straight the entire time and it's going like entirely like, what is this, 180 degrees? Because you're going up and down constantly. Oh my God, it's so tiring. Love Story is definitely easy. 100% easy. It's almost too slow for me. I think having Taylor is like such a huge deal, but this song is almost a little too boring. But I love the creativity of it, that it's like a storybook. I think it's really beautiful. What? They made Suakara easy? Has anyone at Just Dance ever danced to this song before in their life? What? I'm honestly shocked. Whose idea was to make this song easy? I did this song for the first time on stream and gave up about halfway through because of how much my thighs were on fire. I didn't know your body could be numb and in pain at the same time. Suakara is so exhausting. You're gonna tell me that me doing this, the whole dance, is supposed to be easy? No! I don't understand. I'm genuinely shocked. I don't understand why they made this easy. This song it's too much. I can't. I'm moving on. I'm upset. They made Think About Things medium and Suakara easy. What world am I living in? Think About Things, I think some of the moves with how quick they are could be considered difficult, but I think for the most part, Think About Things is easy, especially since sometimes they cut to just his like upper body and it's just him going like this and there's like no legs involved. I don't know. I think this should be easy. Levitating is extreme. Yes, we know. Jerusalem is definitely easy. It's definitely easy. I'm Out of Love, I disagree, is not easy. I would say medium at the least. There's a lot of jumping. I think this one is medium. This one makes me very tired. China DJ version is easy. I think this one is pretty easy. Black Mamba is extreme, obviously. Mood Alternate is extreme. Yes, can I just say, I wanna learn this one so bad. I think this might be the next one I learn just because it's so good. Just Dance, if you're listening, please work with 1 Million Dance Studio all the time, every year. I love 1 Million Dance Studio, they're so amazing. I don't know if I would say Don't Go Yet is medium. I'd say it's easy. There's nothing in it that I can particularly think of as like difficult, except for maybe when they switch between standing and sitting like they just did. Human is hard, and I am so glad they gave this song a hard difficulty because I've had so many people in my Twitch chat who are like, this dance is really easy. This dance is like too slow. It's too simple. But just because it's slow doesn't mean it's easy. I want to go back to what I said about contemporary dances, about how they are like deceptively difficult. Like you look at it and you're like, oh, it's really slow. But she's like squatting almost half of the song and like getting on the floor and like reaching upwards and like it's a hard dance. They gave Stop Drop Roll a medium? I don't like this song. This has nothing to do with the dance. I just don't like this song. I say Stop Drop Roll, you know what? No, I think it is medium. Some of the moves in the chorus are very quick and hard to understand unless you slow it down. So I would agree. Funk, I think, is easy. Funk, I think, is pretty easy. It's not too tiring and they repeat a lot of the same songs. I don't know. I don't think funk is medium. Freed from Desire, I would say, is medium too. I agree with this. I love this dance. Black Mamba, I think, is medium still for the simple fact that you have to drop into a half split. I don't even care about anything else. I think this is medium. No. No. You Make Me Feel Mighty Real is nothing short of hard. It is so tiring. Oh my God. Like the moves themselves may not be difficult to learn, but this dancer is constantly like running around, going in circles, squatting, really quickly moving in certain ways. Like I think this is hard for sure. Jobbing normal, I think is medium. It's still pretty difficult to learn in terms of choreography. It took me a few tries, which makes me scared for the extreme. Don't Go Yet alternate. I'm curious why they made both Don't Go Yet's medium. I feel like this one is a bit harder, so I would say this one is medium and the other Don't Go Yet is definitely easy. But this one is a bit harder. My Way is medium, I agree. I think a big reason why it's not easy for me is because they move the camera so far back sometimes that it's like almost impossible to tell what they're doing with their hands, and it makes it so difficult to learn. Like I think they go a little too far back because then I'm like squinting and I'm like, what are they doing? Poster Girl. This song has my heart. I think Poster Girl is easy. I think Poster Girl is easy. I think that like quick ball change is kind of hard. I think that's a little difficult to get down, but besides that, I think Poster Girl is really easy. So I think that should have had an easy rating. Bayana, I think, is medium because it's a very tiring dance. I think this one should have medium. Yes, jopping is extreme. We know. You Can Dance, I actually agree that this is easy. So when I first did this dance, I was like, I'm really tired, but I'm gonna try it anyway. And it looks hard because this coach is in like workout clothes, so like it's probably gonna be really hard. And it's really easy. I would say this is like a good like warm up. Lastly, we have Small Town Boy. I think that the fact that they added this song is so special. It is a very personal, sad song, but I'm so happy they added it. It's a beautiful song. However, I would say that Small Town Boy should be hard. I am not only exhausted when I finish this song, but technically trying to get some of the moves right is so hard. Woo! We did it! We rated all the songs! I hope you enjoyed the video. I had a lot of fun going through the difficulties. I think for the most part they were correct, but some of them, like Suakata, like easy? I simply don't get it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the channel because I post dance videos every week. Also, of course, let me know in the comments what type of videos you'd like to see me make next. I kind of want to make more hardest moves in Just Dance videos because I used to make those a lot years ago and I thought they were so funny. So I kind of want to make those again. Thank you so much for watching this video and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.